News headline: Buhari ended tenure with 77 trillion naira debt, rising inflation, low economic growth. Civic Group board GIT. Welcome to today's news, and thank you for tuning into this channel. Please listen to the end. The news details. A leading civil organization, Budge It, has lamented that President Muhammadu Buhari's administration plunged Nigeria into high debt, increasing inflation, and low economic growth. Budge It made this known in a report titled The Economic in a report titled Legacy of the Buhari Administration. The organization, in the detailed economic scorecard of Buhari's government, said that according to the Budget Office, between 2016 and 2022, the Buhari-led administration raised total revenues of 26.67 trillion and expanded 60.64 trillion, leaving a deficit of 33.97 trillion. The gaping hole was financed with federal government domestic debt, which rose from 8.84 trillion as of December 2015 to 44.91 trillion as of June 2023, while external debt rose from $7.35 billion in December 2015 to $37.2 billion in June 2023. This excludes support provided by Central Bank of Nigeria, amounting to 25 trillion naira. Ultimately, President Buhari moved Nigeria's debt profile from 42 trillion naira to 77 trillion naira. This has had attendant effects on debt servicing, which rose from 1.06 trillion in 2015 to 5.24 trillion naira as of 2022. In fact, under Buhari's administration, the debt service to revenue ratio grew from 29% to 96%. The group also criticized the Apex Bank over its monetary policies that aggravated people's hardship. It noted that during the administration of President Buhari, the CBN extended beyond its monetary policy remit, having a firm grip on fiscal policy with its outside role. In fact, CBN policies increased the money supply from 18 trillion naira in 2015 to 55 trillion naira in 2023, while it provided unrestrained liquidity to the federal government. The Apex Bank abandoned its primary mandate of price stability. It continued to apply blunt tools by raising the monetary policy rate from 12.5% in 2015 to 18% in April 2023. This did not taper the inflation rate, which has risen to 22.5%, while food inflation galloped to 24% as of April 2023. Food inflation has continued to rise despite over 800 billion naira spent by the CBN on the Anchor Borrowers Program. which has been touted to have repayment challenges. Unemployment rose from 10.4% in 2015 to 33.4% in 2020 under President Buhari's wash as a clumsy exchange rate management, with a wide difference between the official and parallel market rates, made it difficult for businesses to thrive. Buhari also prevaricated on the subsidy removal, which his administration spent at least 10 trillion naira to service. While Buhari's government planned to have the subsidy removed as the price of crude rose, it failed to act and continued a wasteful venture that required firm commitment to implement. Also, Nigerians' oil production slipped below 1 million barrels per day at a time when oil economy skyrocketed to an unprecedented fortune. A civil group known as Budge IT has said that Buhari's tenure ended with a debt of 77 trillion naira. Isn't that a lot? That is too much because when he got into power, he did not even meet up to 77 trillion. Did not meet up to 77 trillion debt on ground. So how come he raised the debt from 26.67 trillion to 77 trillion naira? Like that's a lot because um he that one is even excluded from the 25 trillion naira that central bank because Central Bank of Nigeria also borrowed the Buhari administration 25 trillion naira. That's the loan 24 trillion naira, 25 trillion naira. And under Buhari's administration, the debt service grew from 29% to 96%. He borrowed a lot of money from both the country and outside foreign countries. He was always borrowing, always borrowing. So the money supply, the exchange rate, the CBN extended beyond its monetary policy remit and had a firm grip on fiscal policy. In fact, the CBN policies increased the money supply from 18 trillion in 2015 to 55 trillion in 2023. So the CBN policies even helped to raise money supply from 18 trillion to 55 trillion. So food inflation even increased, even despite the fact that 800 billion naira was spent by CBN on Anchor's borrower program so that people will be able to get money. But all of this was put to an end and scattered because there were repayment charges. Buhari's regime has actually owed a lot of debt. So it is up to Tinubu's regime now to know how to work things out. What's your view about this news? Please share your view in the comment section. And don't forget to like and share. And also click on the subscribe button to subscribe and the bell for more updates. Thank you.